Okay, I'm just going to do YouTube again
Are you already
because
starting it?
it's starting slowly.
Says it
And
has started.
Yeah. Here we are.
oh, it started with a delay. Okay, we are on. Manny, and we've got some notes. Welcome to the AI Mastermind. Hi, Manny. Nice to have you
Hi.
here. Um, he's joining us from the other side of the world where it's warmer. We are just discussing our wintry backgrounds. Um, Um, Today we're going to talk a little bit about what we liked in 2023, what we see coming up in 2024, and the things that we're going to need to address coming up. And in 2023, everybody has been experimenting. All these individuals have been experimenting with all the fun AI tools. So everybody's hopped on Chat GPT, tried some images in Midjourney and maybe Dolly, and then there's this stagnation point of, okay, this was fun, how do I apply it? Or they just kind of forget it, set it aside. You do some GPT prompts, it doesn't really do anything for you, or you don't get what you want out of it, and so then it's stagnant and stopped. And we've talked to a lot of people at the end of the year who kind of had that experience of, more than 10,000 tools got released last year. And how do you operationalize that in your business? How do you integrate it into your teams? And that's where 2024 is going. There are some companies, but it's in the minority that have figured this out. And we're going to see a lot more integration and acceleration of teams this year as more people get trained and figure out their internal training and how to get teams on board, because there's individuals that could get some acceleration and see their jobs made easier and gain efficiencies. And maybe they even automated some workflows. But the next step is to do it in teams and integrate it into the broader workflows. And then we'll see business acceleration and company-wide implementation of AI tools and automations, and even more customization. And so thinking about individually, like, are you where you want to be? Do you know about how to use the tools and maximize the ones that you have? We were on a call earlier where she's using Claude, Chat GPT, and Jasper. But Jasper was the best choice for what she wanted to do. And so we're like, just drop Chat GPT, drop Claude, stop playing with those because the outputs that you want, the experience that you want, it's available in Jasper. And so then she could make it efficient and have other people in the company all on the same page using the same tools and building a knowledge base and having protected data. It was the right tool for the job. So to get through the stagnation of this individual to team mindset is going to be understanding and possibly bringing in expertise of what tools are best for the teams, what tools are best for these particular workflows or functions or jobs. Because whether you're a marketing team or a sales team or in operations, you're going to have different needs. And one person using Chat GPT to build spreadsheets is not going to power an entire team or organization. And so that's kind of my prediction for 2024. And that's what we're seeing. And those are the conversations we're having a lot is, okay, these things are really cool. How do I build 30 new landing pages for my website and make sure that these three other people are on the same page, as to what the plan is and how to do it and what we're building here. And so those are the conversations we've been having lately with clients and with people in our classes, is really, how do we get everybody on board? How can I make this something that is going to last, that's going to give me, like, hold all my data and keep it so that I can use it in the future and I can use it collaboratively. So that is where I think we're going to have so much conversation in the next few months, really, is getting teams on board. And then we'll get to this bigger picture idea of business acceleration. Once teams are used to using it, then they're going to spot how they can use AI in every area of the business to automate things and just make jobs way more fun. So, Andrea,
Yes,
Katie.
I totally agree with that. And I think the first round was learning the tools and what they do and what they're best at. And now this next level, this 2024, and getting the teams involved is like how you use it, not just what you use it for, because everybody's learned, well, most everybody has learned how to use some form of AI, whether it's images or video or creating content. But now, how can you use those things inside your business? I do think, having one person using AI and having a team not, there's going to be some contrast there, some one's going to be going one direction, one's going to be going the other. And I think there's still some fears or misnomers about AI due to the fact that people aren't fully trained on how to use it to the best way, best customization, using your brand voice, all of that. And that's how you can separate your content, your images, your videos, all of that is by actually learning how to use the tools, not just taking their results and putting those out into the world. But that is also like person by person, right? And when you can get your whole team to do that, imagine how much of a projection you will move forward there. So, in the evolution of using AI, it's like what you were saying, Nicole, at the individual level. And now it's time to up it to the team level so that you can empower people on your team, but also create consistent content and more content, and content meaning not just words, but like the video and images and all the things that can be handled by AI. So I totally agree that that's where it's going. It's going to be teams, and then it's going to be whole corporations or whatever kind of entity you are. It has to work up to keep building.
Yeah, and we had the conversation yesterday with someone who was talking about chatbots and dismissing their importance. But so many more people, like people expect to be able to get answers immediately online when they go to a website. And when you can build these robust chatbots that contain all the information about your company and your products and your services that have ever existed, and you can provide such a better customer experience when you can answer their questions and give them appointments, things like that, just self-serve right there. Um, I think chatbots are going to be very, very important this year as well.
Good point on that too, because I think that's based on old information. And that's really important for
Yeah.
2024 is not just going by 2023 or 2022 and all of this AI sort of explosion. It really was, right? When you say 10,000 tools in 2023 were developed. Um, Nobody knows all of them, and you don't need to know all of them, but the ones you're using or the ones that you have tested, or in this case, a way of using AI for like a chat or customer service or frequently asked questions, all of that has really accelerated and is not the chat bot of 2021 where you just get generic answers and you know you're talking to a bot or they even say they're a bot. That is not the bots of today. And if you use the bot in a way that you are training it on your information and your context and your voice, like the more it sounds, even if it is a bot, even the person knows it's a bot, it sounds more authentic. It's more likely to get results to buy or move on to whatever your CTA is.
Yeah, I think like not only chatbots, but GPTs are going to be big. And I think it's interesting how we saw everything shift from it being a world of AI to it becoming an AI marketplace. And I think we're going to continue to see that shift more, and people will be selling their own GPTs. And that was like one of the biggest things. Chat GPT released the store where you can, start purchasing people's products that they trained their AI on. But thinking about that and how amazing that shift was, um, now I feel like in this year we're going to see a lot of companies having to reckon with the ethical and legal side of everything too. And we were all on board for AI, which was great and it was amazing. But now we have to think about like how to practically implement it. And as all these countries are coming out with rules, all these social media platforms are coming out with rules. I do think like human made authentic content is going to see like a comeback, but you're still going to use that AI to help create that content. And you're going to need the legal side of things to help protect yourself while you're creating that content.
Yeah,
So,
definitely yourself and your company, right? So it's
mhm.
everybody needs an AI policy. We actually have one on our website, so you can check that out. But it's you need to be transparent that you're using it. And actually, I think that's better, right? Because if something
Mhm.
weird does happen, then you can say, "Oh, we missed this, and here's what happened." But you definitely need to think about that. And like you said, Katie, using it in an ethical way is going to become more important. And I think when you do that, you make better content and you're not just thrown into that whole dumpster of content. You will
Yeah.
be somewhere else.
And so our friend Lucy, she works for a social media agency, and we know that they use AI, and you know they are going to use AI even more because they were on the individual uses of AI and working in teams, but now there's tools where you can work collaboratively in teams. ChatGPT just released some collaborative teams. Uh, they released that today, I believe today, yesterday, something like that. So you can do the chat GPT in Teams now and work on threads together and those sort of things. And that's going to accelerate productivity and
Sorry,
efficiency.
Nicole, where is it? Where is that? Chat GPT is available on Teams at the moment?
Not on Teams, but for Teams.
For Teams, yeah, it
Yeah.
just came up. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
It's $25 a user.
Yeah. Which is, it's funny. It's $5 more a user to be able to collaborate.
Yeah, because they have a common workspace and admin as well.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But it is still $5 less than Microsoft Copilot.
Yeah. I'm curious. I'm curious how good it's going to be because we signed up for a Teams version earlier
A while
and
ago.
yeah,
Hmm.
quite a while ago, but it didn't really have anything that we could use in
It
it.
wasn't ready yet,
No.
but we definitely have it.
Hey, Erin.
Hi, Erin.
Hey, hey, Happy New Year.
You
Happy New
too.
Year.
Happy New Year.
I love
Um,
the background. That's beautiful.
Well, I'm
thank you.
very, very impressed, Andrea, with the friend's background. I have to take a screenshot and show it to my wife.
Okay.
She would love it.
And
Uh,
where did you get your background, Andrea?
I just pulled it off somewhere. I can send it to you in the chat later.
I was just curious that we were playing with backgrounds while I was trying to make them in Chat GPT and having some difficulties because it for winter it would give me a Christmas tree and I said no Christmas tree after it and then it gave me like 5 Christmas trees in the room.
yeah. Oh. Can you tell us how the mastermind works? What we do? This is my first session. Can you give
Yeah,
an idea?
usually like in the beginning we were talking about what we saw for last year, what we're seeing for this next year, if there's any news or any updates, We will talk about that first thing in the mastermind, and then we turn it over to you and you can ask your questions. And we're here to discuss and answer questions. And if we don't have an answer, we will find an expert who can answer your questions. Because for us, we're more applied AI. We're not programmers so much. Katie gets a little into the code of things. But we bring experts on for other sessions who do get more technical. And so we'll have experts come on throughout the next few weeks. We're just checking in with everybody to get their schedules. And we'll bring guest experts that are doing cool things in AI, and they will share what they are doing with you.
Okay.
And so I think you're going to find some of those sessions very inspiring. And then sometimes we can put them live. We usually do live for a little bit and then we turn it off. And we just have it for the people inside so you can ask your questions and not feel like it's exposed to everybody. So I will be turning it off the live because we're streaming to YouTube right now. And then we can get into the meat of it.
Yeah, but if you are watching on YouTube or this recording, just go to our website, aismartmarketing.com/mastermind, or just on the homepage, there's a link to the mastermind and how you can sign up for.
Yeah.